Let's now take a look at the GUI of this synth. I'm going to load in a template, so we start with a blank slate. This is a blank template, so we don't get any sound here. Now this synth has 3 oscillators, an external input which can be set to receive the synth's output to create a feedback path, and a noise generator. Each signal path has a switch and a volume control. The 3 oscillators have some controls here. You can set the octave range for each oscillator. It also goes down to a low mode where it can work in the sub-audio range. There's a waveform selector dial for each of the 3 oscillators. They all have the same standard shapes. There's also a hard sync mode where oscillator 2 is slave to oscillator 1. On the left here you have the global tuning, glide rate, and the mod mixer. Moving on to the right, you have the filter section with its dedicated envelope and the amp envelope just below it. There's a global volume control and some polyphony controls like many of the Arturia emulations. Okay, so this is a standard view, but there's also an extended view which can be opened by clicking anywhere on the upper wood panel here. Now obviously, these were not on the original Minimoog, but are additions that Arturia has specifically included in this synth. There's a motion recorder to record in some control modulation. There's a formant filter with a built-in LFO. There's a modulation matrix which extends the possibility of modulation assignments. There's a dedicated LFO, which unfortunately the original Minimoog did not have, but it's cool that you get one here. There's an arpeggiator, and lastly there are 2 effects, namely a chorus and a delay. Now the individual sections within this extended area can be individually turned on or off. That's the switch to turn on off the motion recorder. This switch is to record in a motion. We'll go into details on that in the next tutorial. This turns on off the formant filter. Next is the modulation matrix on-off switch. This is the delay switch and this is the chorus switch. You can also open or close the extended panel from here. Alright, in the next tutorial, we will check out the main parameters of this synth.